Okay, we're going to take a look at number 4 from your quiz review, solving a quadratic equation. And when we are solving using all three forms, you should get the same answer. You can find another video where I go through solving by completing the square. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve by factoring. So to solve by factoring means we're going to take your starting equation and we need to convert it to factored form. So I'm going to show you how to do that using the M method. So we slide down the negative 3x squared, we slide down the negative 35, and I take my A value times my C value and get 105. I use that number to come up with a list of factors that will add together to give me this 26. That way I can take that one term and split it up into two. So as I'm listing my factors of 105, I check, can that add together to give me 26? That doesn't work. 3 and 35, that doesn't work. 5 and 21, ooh, that works. Those will add together to give us 26. So I'm going to use 5 and 21. So I'm taking plus 26x and rewriting it to be plus 5x plus 21x. Going backwards, these two numbers equal that 26. Now we have four terms, so we factor by grouping. So we group together the first two, group together the second two with that plus sign in between. What is the greatest common factor? In our first set of parentheses here is just an x. What's left over is a negative 3x plus 5. GCF in our second set of parentheses is a 7, and I need a plus or minus in front of the 7. So to determine which one I'm going to use, I need my second parentheses here to match what I had in my first parentheses, meaning I need to have a negative 3x plus 5. So to make that work, I need to have a negative 7 there. So my final two factors then are a negative 3x plus 5 times an x minus 7, and y equals that. So we've converted from standard form to factored form. Solving means we want to know what is x when y equals 0. So we make y equals 0. And what we have here are, we have got two things, one thing, two things, that are multiplying together to give me 0, which means that those things must also equal 0. So what we do is we set each factor equal to 0. And then we solve for x. So we're figuring out what x value would make that equal 0. So solving this one for x, we subtract 5 to both sides, divide both sides by negative 3. So x equals 5/3, which if you calculated that out gives you about 1.67. So there's one of our x values. Over here, we just have to add 7 over, and we get x equals 7. When you solve by completing the square and you solve by quadratic formula, you should get the same two values.